And welcome to the Rebel Radio Podcast. This is Mark.
This is Matt.
This is Long, being held hostage by them.
Man, Matt yawning before we barely even get started, man. You gonna make it, Matt?
I'm gonna make it. I
All
had
right.
I had a split sleep schedule, so it was interesting today. But I'm pumped. I'm ready.
There you go, man. Yeah, we took a week off, and now we're down to the last 3 episodes of the year before we take another week off at the end of the year. But it is the final countdown of 2025, as they say, as we are 5 days into December. So Christmas time, end of the year time. We'll have some top 5 lists, our favorite movies at the end of the year, and probably a top 5 next week too. And we have a top 5 today, which I can't wait to do to make Matt cringe a little bit when I do my top 5 today, because I already know it's coming. You
already know.
I just know.
I
already know.
I was making my
your
list.
Your top 5 is so predictable in this.
Yeah.
That I could pick your top 5 for you, and mine is so unpredictable, you're going to just cringe at it. So it's going to be great. I love it. I love to see you squirm. But yeah, man, how are you guys?
Good. Just I've been trying to hit the weights a little bit more often. I went through a slump where I just wasn't doing anything, and I feel a lot better. So just trying to keep that going, especially all the pie and stuff that gets thrown at you like towards the end of the year between Thanksgiving.
You can say no.
Yeah, I can't. I went so long without pecan pie, and I had some for Thanksgiving, and then it was all I could think about for like 3 days, and I ate like half a pecan pie a day for 3 days.
Damn,
not gonna lie,
half a pie,
like pretty much.
Fuck,
like I at least took a third of the pie.
I didn't eat that much on Thanksgiving because I don't know. I like turkey and stuffy and all that, but it's not my favorite foods. It's like, I'll eat a little bit. I'm good.
I wish I had poontang pie.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say when it comes to pie too, I don't really like cooked fruits and stuff. I don't dislike pecan pie. It's okay, but I don't like pumpkin pie at all. I don't even like the taste of pumpkin. I don't really like cooked fruit in pies, so cherry, apple, none of that. I'm more of a chocolate pie, chocolate type stuff, or some poontang pie, like Long says. That's always good.
That is, it's a pie. Yep. Yeah. Some people do eat it with whipped cream.
Yeah. And I'm a late bloomer to pecan pie. I never really eaten it till, maybe a few years ago, and I'm like, it's pretty good.
Same here.
Not a fan of sweet potato pie.
Oh, no, I don't even like sweet potatoes. No.
Yeah. Oh, cool. You and me both hate sweet potatoes because it just throws the wiring in my brain off.
Don't like sweet potatoes. I don't really like cranberry sauce. That's nasty. There's certain things at Thanksgiving I don't like. Yeah.
You know what? So my aunt makes the only sweet potatoes that I like. I've tried them other places, and I'm like, y'all, no. I've had them as fries. Yeah.
See, my kids will eat the sweet potato fries. I don't really like those either. They have this funky taste to me.
If I'm in the mood, I'll get it. But Jackie, she likes the cranberry sauce out of the can. Just like
disgusting.
It's still in the shape of the can. And I'm just like, why? I understand like the chutney, the cranberry chutney, that's like an elevated form. And I get that. But it's like right out of the can. It's weird to me.
And pumpkin, get all that pumpkin shit away from me. That's just nasty. I hate pumpkin spice, pumpkin anything. It's gross.
Dang.
Like, no, thank you.
No white girls pumpkin spice for you.
Yeah, no. I volunteered to make a Vietnamese chicken salad. Ooh. And I didn't realize how time consuming it was because I started working on that like at 9:15 a.m. Did not finish until freaking 12:30. It was like, what kind of a, because I had to poach the chicken, and the easiest part was cutting the onions and the lettuce and the carrots, but the most time consuming part is that the ingredients of Vietnamese coriander and mint leaves that were in large bundles and they're on stems. So I had to like wash them 2 or 3 times, then pluck each leaf off each stem. And I needed the stems to poach the chicken, to give it some flavor from the herbal, and I'm like,
I
dang,
felt like
3
I did.
hours to make a salad.
I felt like I did a lot of work just marinating a turkey. Damn.
That is a lot of work. Did you go like 3 days out brining it and stuff? No.
I don't brine it. I just did it the same day and it came out just fine.
I bought a new food dehydrator, made beef jerky, 2 batches.
Oh.
Yeah.
What beef do you use? Chuck steak?
No, I recommend using top brown because of less fatty. You don't want many fats in your jerky because you'll have bacteria. And
Gotcha.
yeah, but I use top round or sirloin, the lean cuts. So yeah, my jaw hurts from all the chewing. It freaking. It's like, is this old age? It's like, no, dude. It's like you've been.
It's tough jerky.
Yeah.
The Rubber Radio Food Podcast.
Yes.
But
next we have on Emerald.
You got to talk about some food this time of the year.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving was good. I mean, shit, I came home and my oldest was working and I put the turkey in and I let it cook and I basically stared at the television. Actually watched most of the movie that we're talking about today that day, so it was good. And, now it's back to the grind and back to the podcast and, so it should be a fun episode. We got some good stuff to talk about today. A lot of news going on today, man. It seems like Netflix is going to buy Warner Brothers if it doesn't get blocked by senators or governors or whatever's going on. It's pretty crazy, man. There's a lot of people in Hollywood are freaking out about this deal, thinking it could change the industry. But I feel like it's one of those things they're making a bigger deal than it is. At the end of the day, it's just Netflix. My Warner Brothers business will go about as usual, I think, at the end of the day.
It's not over yet because apparently Paramount's going to attempt the Ellisons, the billionaires, are trying to do a hostile takeover now in response to the Netflix purchase.
Yeah. It's wild, man. I mean, Netflix says Warner Brothers is going to operate on its own, sort of like how Disney owns, various companies, and they operate as their own. And seems that's their plan. HBO Max isn't going to go anywhere, at least for now.
Good.
So
that's what I would be worried about.
Yeah, and Netflix is going to still release things. People are worried about them releasing things theatrically. I think that's silly. Why would you not? Warner Brothers has been around for over 100 years. Why would you not? Or almost 100 years. Why would you not release stuff theatrically? Because the theatrical experience is still there. It's not going completely, and I don't think it ever will be for a while anyway. So. But man, it's been crazy all that being in the news this week. $6 billion or something like that? Some ridiculous $8 billion? Fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
People are so worried that Legendary came out. Legendary Pictures. They said, don't worry about the MonsterVerse. Godzilla and King Kong are unaffected because we're Warner Brothers is just a distributor. Rather, we make half the movie. So they had to put out a statement.
It's interesting because Netflix technically owns DC Comics now, not just the movies, but the comic book company.
Yeah,
because it's weird. Like some of the way the deal works is like the channels that are owned by Warner Brothers, like TNT and TBS, they're still their own thing. They're not owned by Netflix, but then like some of the sub companies like DC Comics are owned. It's weird how the deal works. But yet a lot of contracts have to be renegotiated with this when this happens, like the NBA contracts and MLB and all that stuff. So it's weird. So it's big money. It's way above our pay grade to understand all that stuff. But Netflix is they're as powerful as Disney, I think, nowadays. What they can accomplish.
Oh, yeah.
To think they started out as a mail away DVD company, man.
I used that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We did. I did too.
I abused the hell out of that too.
Yeah, it was wild, man.
How they started, they said that they used to buy movies from Best Buy, and they would, rent them out that way.
There was a couple of guys, wasn't it, that started Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're sitting pretty somewhere counting their money now because I don't think they own it anymore. I think they long sold it to board of directors or whatever. I'm sure they have some shit. Sure, they have some shares, but they're sitting filthy rich.
Or they get lifetime royalties.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and but it's the way the world works, man. Entertainment, and it's big money. Speaking of entertainment, man, having some week and a half since we recorded, almost 2 weeks. I've had some time. I'm sure we've all had some time to watch some stuff, play some stuff.
I slacked off.
What? You slacked off?
Yeah, I slacked. No, I'm joking. No, I didn't. No, I'm probably more gamer oriented this past 2 weeks than I was, movie oriented.
That's okay. Well, I'll let you go first then, Long.
Yeah, I'll go first. I've never go first. Because Mark's always hogging the spotlight like a prima donna. No, I'm joking. The major game that I've been playing the past week and a half is old game, 7 years old, Division 2, and it's pretty fun. The gunplay in this game is pretty fun, almost as fun as Helldivers, but there's no satellite strikes or anything that crazy. Matt,
nothing that crazy.
Yeah. No, I don't even know what the story's about. The gunplay is just pretty fun. It's PvE, so
third person
PvE. Yeah.
Nice.
So you just really fight the encounters and stuff, not people really. And then I played Metroid Prime 4. That was announced 8 years ago. During the first Nintendo Switch showcase, they announced Metroid Prime 4, the JPEG title, in 2017, 2018, and finally it came out this year. It's a gorgeous game. It's well worth it on the Switch too, and it's worth the wait. I'd say slower pace than Division 2. And and right up to recording, I started playing Dispatch, which is a game where it's more like an interactive movie where you play a dispatcher for superheroes. And
oh wow,
yeah, it's cool. The little interface is just a map interface, so it's nothing too big of a deal. But yeah, it's really cool. I was pretty engrossed with the storytelling and writing. And then you get like dialogue choices here and there. Not sure if it's like choices made to look like you're choosing the outcome or the illusion of choice, as they say, but we'll see if that has any branching narratives or not. But yeah, right now, there's the blonde superhero who I think is crushing on my character. I think so. And then there's another character named Visigal who's like your edgy punk super villain turned superhero who's, about to get cut from the team, and she's like lashing out, but I'm like, no, I can fix her.
I can fix her.
And the blonde superhero lady, she's hot too, but she's my boss. She's like kind of like flirting with me. I'm like, I'm trying to keep it professional, ma'am. I got a broken doll to fix.
Got other priorities.
I got other priorities. Yeah. So, anyways, it's a fun game. Or a very good storyline. So that's my download this for the week. Matt, yeah, I guess you go ahead.
Yeah. So, man, I feel like we missed this in the news. Did everybody see that? Apparently, Zoe Kravitz is not going to be.
Well, I was going to. I realized I was going to backtrack on the news after we did.
Yeah.
And
we'll
come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. Okay, so I started off by obviously Stranger Things came out, and I got to see how it ends. So I watched all 4 of the first episodes that were released, and people were spoiling it big time. I won't spoil it, but I like how it started out. I like how it's progressing so far. And Linda Hamilton's in it. And it's been a while since I've seen Linda Hamilton in anything non Terminator. Yeah. And I like.
You never watched Beauty and the Beast TV show?
No, I never did.
Ron Perlman played the Beast.
Ron Perlman played the Beast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious.
They only lasted like one season. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Now that makes me think. What else have I seen Linda Hamilton in? I don't know. Other than that, I did see. I started playing more Helldivers. I took a break from it just because it was the kids were off for a week, so I let them play, and I haven't gotten the minigun yet long, but I've seen other people play with it. I'm still trying to level up some other guns, but I'm doing the automaton major order right now, still with my cowboy style weapons, and I was able to solo a hard mission. It sucked. We all went in, and we start taking out bases. It's it's one of the mining missions that you have to get samples and upload the data from 2 mining sites. And we started off as 3, and they both left at the same time and left me alone on a hard mission to fight automatons. And the way I loaded out my loadout was with a couple sentries and just the one 500 kg bomb and the laser cannon, because I was like, well, I'm going to be support, and the other guys had some orbitals and stuff, and I was like, usually I like the napalm because I just like feeling like I'm in Vietnam, or something, where and just like or King Kong, where they just set everything on fire. And it's just a great AoE effect. But they left me. But I finished the mission and I completed my personal order. It was great.
Yeah.
So that was what I watched. I wanted to watch the Smashing Machine. I still want to watch that. I haven't gotten to it, but maybe next week.
It's not streaming yet, though, is it?
No, it's not. I'm trying to hold out on it because I know it's coming.
It's A24, so it'll probably be on Max most likely. So,
yeah. I'm in no hurry to watch it.
Man, y'all did kind of slack. I mean, man, I'm gonna start with some video games. I actually played some games this week. I did go ahead and buy the Mass Effect for $5.99, and started game 1. Gotten about a good hour and a half, 2 hours into it.
Yeah, they remastered that first one and tightened some things up in that.
Yeah,
one. That one needed work the most.
It's so nice to play an old school game that loads quickly and not having to wait for those long load screens. So I think that's one thing I remember right when I played the originally is just like the ridiculously long load times, and now it's just so seamless. It's nice.
Matt, that's on your gaming list, right?
Mass Effect.
Yeah.
I downloaded it and I started playing, but then I got distracted. I created my character, but I didn't really get much farther than that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, we want to hear your reaction. So hop to it.
Yeah. Next week.
I've been playing that, and we got the new retro Marvel Cosmic Invasion game, which is like arcade style. It's kind of like the old school Ninja Turtles and X-Men games. It's a lot of fun, man. Lots of characters in it. You can play 2 players. I can play with the kids with it, and having a lot of nostalgic fun playing that so far. And it's different though. You get control of 2 characters, and you can swap them in and out, kind of like a fighting game. Only it's a side-scrolling arcade game, And then so it's kind of a different take on that genre, but it's fun, man. It just came out like this week, and me and Wyatt were on it the other day playing and having fun with it. So it's pretty neat, and lots of classic Marvel stuff in it. I took Waverly and Wyatt when we saw Wicked for Good. Actually, way better than the first one. there's some things that annoy me about those movies, like because they're musicals, so they have to get to like the next song or whatever. Like there's certain story elements that will happen very quickly to move the story along, And as a viewer, you just have to say, okay, sure, the story is just going to move on, And then I don't know if it's necessarily lazy writing, as more of it's just like it's the way the story forces the director and the writer to move the story forward with certain little things that are kind of annoying. But other than that, it is definitely better than the first movie. Because first movie was kind of boring. This one
really, most consensus is people feel like the second one's weaker than the first one.
I don't know, man. I thought the second one was better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're in the minority as far as overall consensus.
I mean, there's
not
an
singling
audience.
you out, but that's
and they're fine movies for what they are. I'm not gonna knock them.
Mm-hmm.
Still kind of cruising along on Robotech. About a few episodes in, enjoying watching that. And then I did watch the first 2 episodes of Stranger Things, and man, I like it so far. But here's my problem with this show: is one, the kids look way too old to be in high school. Like,
yeah,
it's past the point of asking the viewer to suspend their belief. It's like, come on, man.
Oh, really? Is it that bad?
Dude, he's 24. He looks like a young man. He doesn't look like he's in high school at all.
Yeah, he's the oldest kid out of all of them.
Who? Which one again?
I can't think the character.
I don't know all the actors.
The young black kid. You talk about Linda Hamilton being in it. That's my thing with it's. This was bothered me in previous seasons. You want to put these 80s icons in the show, right? It takes away from the show at times. Let the show just stand on its own by taking place in the 80s. We don't need to be reminded that this is the 1980s. You know what I mean? And so when Linda Hamilton shows up, first off, she's a terrible actor. She always has been. Let's just be honest.
Who, Linda Hamilton?
Yeah. She's only good in Terminator 2 because she plays a tough chick. It's not hard to play that, and she's much younger, but she feels like
you haven't seen her in freaking Beauty and the Beast, man.
She feels like she's reading her lines. But I thought the same thing about what's his name from the last season with the gray hair, another 80s icon. The doctor. What was his fucking name? He was also in The Dark Knight.
Oh, yeah. Joker, Private Joker from Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, he's another one that just sort of shows up. You can tell he hasn't acted in years. Oh, here's another 80s icon.
He was in the first season, though.
I know, but it's just like you don't need that stuff,
You don't need someone from a previous season to show up.
Who?
But you don't need these No, it's not the previous. It's not the character. It's the 80s icons. Like, why? Let the show stand on its own.
Who are you talking about?
I mean,
what was that?
The guy who played Private Joker. He was also the one of the lieutenants in The Dark Knight Rises, who wanted to do what Gary Oldman's character Commissioner Gordon couldn't do. Catch the Batman.
Matthew Modine.
Matthew Modine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just like, I don't know, just kind of like Winona Ryder's cool because she's a main character, but like you don't need all these other 80s icons just keep showing up in the show. It's kind of a bit fan servicey, too much, in my mind, because I think the show is good enough on its own. But that also is a problem. I think like they're reaching for story now. Like, let's have a reason to bring Vecna back, and it's just like, come on, man, like. Why don't you just move out of this fucking town if it's so bad? It's like at this point, you got away, you're alive. Why are you still living here? It's just like, so the show stretches things a little bit, but that's the problem. You started the show almost 10 years ago, and you take 10 years to tell 5 seasons. And
they are late to the game.
Yeah. I mean, the show's still good enough quality that I'll watch it and I'll finish it, of course, at this point, but it's just like, you start seeing some of the problems. And I think that's why it's taken some critical hits in the last couple seasons, because critics that deep dive into this stuff realize like, yeah, they're really stretching this thin,
Well, I feel like they more so laid on the 80s in the last season with Kate Bush running up that hill.
Oh, yeah. The music stuff didn't bother me. It
was great, but they definitely used it, to kind of boost it.
Well, no, taking place in the 80s is okay, But it's just like you don't need all these actors just to remind you that it's in the 80s. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the 80s music or taking place in the 80s. None of that. But if you're going to take 4 years in between seasons, you should have time skipped the show to explain why the kids look so much older.
Yeah.
It would have been okay to have Vecna disappear for 5 years. I don't think any viewer would have complained about that. And they're all older, and but no, let's leave them
down or something.
Yeah, let's leave them in high school where they don't look like they're in high school at all. I mean, none of them. I mean, they all look much older. Maybe Nancy. She might be the only one that could pull off still being in high school.
Yeah, Nancy actually looks still
she
looks
hasn't
a little
changed
younger.
that much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fine. But yeah. I actually just started it last night. Just hadn't had time all week to watch it. So
I didn't appreciate the last season being such a slow build up too.
Yeah, it took a while.
Yeah, it took a while for it to get going.
But
like looking at each episode runtime, I was like, God dang, an hour and a half, an hour and 45, 2 hours.
Long episodes.
What is going on here? These are freaking movies,
They really are little movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the first 2 episodes are only about an hour each this season. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's really all I watched. But I banged out some stuff more than you guys, slackers. But
I was playing games.
But yeah, man, we'll backtrack on the news just a little bit. So yeah, I started thinking about this. It seems that Zoe Kravitz is not going to appear in the Batman 2, but to be fair, her character arc, depending on where Matt Reeves goes, is done. She left Gotham at the end of the Batman. So depending on what story is told, I can see how she's not in the movie. I mean, where's the character arc for Catwoman in part 2?
Yeah.
I would love for her to come back because I thought she was great. But she doesn't.
She is all right.
She
wasn't all that.
Oh man, I don't know, dude. You've read Batman Year One, right? I mean, she's Catwoman from Batman Year One. That's what I loved about it. I thought she was really good. And I guess Scarlett Johansson is circling the film. Hasn't officially signed yet, but there's all kinds of rumors already out there about who she's going to play.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, there's a multitude of female characters in the Batman universe she could play.
Apparently, they talked to Emma Stone first, but she turned it down.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I like Scarlett. So yeah, but and the biggest thing is, when's this movie ever going to come out? It's like
that's a good question.
I mean, Robert Pattinson's going to be 50. I mean, Colin Farrell's got to be pushing 50 by now. Apparently, Penguin is in part 2. So we'll see, man. So we can backtrack on the news. There was something else I saw in the news that we need to backtrack on. Yeah, I just read it too. Now my mind is forgotten. Damn it. What did I see? So next year, no, not next year, 2027 is the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. And so they're going to re-release the film in February of 2027. First off, the reason it's in February is because Starfighter comes out in May. So they wanted to separate it from the actual 50th anniversary. And word on the street is that this is the original theatrical version that's being remastered, which George Lucas swore that from the special editions are the official film from now on. I find this really interesting because they fought so hard for years to make sure the original version was never released again. And in fact, I'm fine with the special editions. They never bother me. These old school people that like, oh man, they ruined Star Wars. No, they didn't. They made it better. Let's just be fucking perfectly honest with it. Special editions are better than the original version. You go back and watch the original versions.
Isn't Jabba a Scottish dude?
Huh?
Isn't Jabba a Scottish man?
Well, that's in the deleted scenes.
Ah, okay.
That's actually not in the theatrical version. That was added in the special editions where they fixed Jabba with CGI. That was never in the original film. It was cut from the movie. But yeah, man, like the dewbacks don't move. There's nothing going on in the backgrounds of the scenes. that you can see the matte paintings all over the place in the original versions. I mean, they're rough, man. Don't get me wrong, they're classic because that's what we got, we grew up with. But the special editions are better versions of the films, and I wish. And I'm an old school Star Wars fan, and I can admit that. And I wish more people would admit that. So it'll be interesting to see if it really is the original theatrical versions in the theaters in the 50th anniversary. I mean, I'll go see it on the big screen, of course, because it's Star Wars. I'll go revisit for the 50th anniversary. But interesting to see how that's going to play out, if that's in fact true or not. We'll see when we get to May of next year, or 2027, a year and a half away, or February of 2027. Yeah, so it's going to be a big year for Star Wars. So 50th anniversary and Starfighter. Finally, Star Wars movies back in theaters next May, and then the next May after that. So good times. All right.
Yep.
Well, let's get to today's featured presentation. The film we're doing today is James Cameron is a filmmaker that I mean, he's up there. He's in the top 5 of all time. I mean, I think that's of modern times, maybe that's safe to say. He's with the Spielbergs and George Lucases of the world, and other great directors. And he's created this saga that he's apparently worked on since 2001, 2002. Apparently, he started working on treatments for these films, and he released the first one in 2009 with Avatar, and in 2000, was it 3 years ago? This one came out, Avatar: The Way of Water. And then
2022.
Was it 22? So 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then here in a couple weeks, we have Avatar: Fire and Ash, which is already early screenings and early critics are saying it's another massive hit, another really well-made film. In fact, I have read some stuff that say Fire and Ash is the best of the 3 and possibly an Oscar contender. I've actually seen some people say that. So looking forward to it. And so today we're going to discuss Avatar: The Way of Water. And I'm going to throw Long on the spot and let him give a quick summary of this, because I feel like Long, you haven't summarized in about a month.
I don't think I've summarized in months. Yeah. Yeah. I like. No.
It's not too hard to summarize this.
No, it's not too hard. The blue people.
The Na'vi.
The Na'vi.
The Na'vi.
Yeah. Basically, they end up in the ocean-going tribe and try to stick together, and they learn how to adapt the watery ways. And then Sigourney's character befriends a whale, Na'vi. And what? Why are y'all laughing? That's what happened.
This is what happens.
Yeah.
She becomes Aqua Na'vi and
Aqua Na'vi
learns how to communicate with the living beings. Humans come in and say, "No, we want your resources."
From the whale.
And
we want the whale juice.
We want the whale juice.
Yeah.
And big ship comes, and they all fight. Does Sully lose his son?
Yes.
Yes. He does lose his son in that last battle.
Son. Yeah.
Jake was his favorite son, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a son.
Or is this his eldest son? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seemed like Natiri. What's her name again? Natiri. Yeah. Natiri. She seemed to take a back seat in this one compared to the first one, a little bit. Maybe my memory's foggy, but yeah. Big battle happens, and the Sullys do their thing and skedaddle.
I laugh because he skips over all the main points of the movie. Yeah. Basically,
yeah.
Jake has to protect his family when the humans return to Pandora in the form of avatars themselves, because the weird retcon that Cameron did to make this stretch into another film decides that apparently there's an avatar program on Earth where they stored the general's memories and grew these avatars on Earth and are bringing them back to Pandora, which was really kind of weird. It's like, okay, that's convenient that Earth had an avatar program, but sure, you got to go with it, right?
They had it in the first movie, didn't they?
Well, yeah, but it was all done on Pandora in the first movie. Okay. But now apparently they have this going on Earth too, where they're growing them in a lab. So it's kind of convenience there to retcon it a little bit, to have a reason for Stephen Lang's general to come back. And basically he wants to hunt down Sully, and so they have to move in with the water people, but he finds them there. And like you said, the rest of it, you pretty much got right. But you missed the main point of why there is a sequel. But
I like it.
But actually, I mean, to be fair, I like this movie a lot. I think it's better than the first one. It's, first off, I'm just going to go ahead and gush over the special effects. I think it's one of the best looking films I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's spectacular looking.
My mind was blown when just a simple shot of, they're wrapping the hand in the water, wrapping the reins in the water. It's CGI, but it's a water effect too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a simple shot, but it's like, holy crap. I mean, I know it's CGI, but just tying that lasso in the water with the blue hands, and it looks so realistic in a way, So
I mean, the first one had great special effects, and they just improved so much on the technology in this one. And it's a great looking film, and it plays out very well. It's 3 hours, but it moves. I think this movie moves extremely well. I think it's well paced. I heard people say they fell asleep during this. I'm like, maybe you're just not engaged with the characters, because you're building a story. You take some time to build the water world, which maybe I could see maybe that takes people out of the movie a little bit, because you already had to build the Force world in the first one. But it's important to where the story goes, and hell, the last hour of the film is a battle. So really only, it's one of the longest battles ever on screen. And there's so much to see in that last hour. It's a lot going on. It's really incredible. It's again just James Cameron's at his finest, some of his finest work in that last hour of the movie. And I think that this again, going back to the CGI, it's so important that you have these CGI characters that are, yes, there's actors in mocap suits and stuff, but the CGI has to bring them to life. And like when his son dies, I mean, it's they're alien characters, but it's an emotional moment. And I think that's what does a great job with the work of the special effects team and the storytelling in this movie. Because we're just introduced to his kids in this first film, but they make the movie so much about him protecting his family and stuff that, you want Jake to succeed, because, man, Stephen Lang is such a great bad guy. I mean, he's just so good in the first film, and he continues that in Avatar form in this one, just being just a freaking monster badass,
He played a very, very hateable coward in Tombstone.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And he's so good at what he does as that role. And he wants nothing but revenge on Jake, because Jake killed him in the first one, and his memories were kept alive through this avatar, and he's pissed off about it. Now I do wonder, like, if they're going to explain, like, why. At that point, is that why the humans came back? Because these resources are so valuable?
Yes. They came back because of the whale resources.
But why bring the general with you? What's the point in that,
Because Stephen Lang is a badass in this film, and you need him to face off against Jake. So you have to have a reason to bring him back. You have to create that need.
Right. Again, it's retconning from James Cameron. Like, he claims he had treatments for all these films, but then I think after Avatar was such a huge success, I mean, he decided, like, you know what? I'm going to make more.
Yeah. And then, people are like, man, Stephen Lang was such a badass in the first film. He's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have killed him. We'll bring him back, and we'll make him crush his own skull and look at his dead body.
And then he leaves him alive in this one.
Yeah.
At the end.
And reportedly, he's the bad guy for the rest of the films.
Yeah.
What's who?
Stephen Lang's character, the
general.
The general.
Oh, yeah.
Not the insurance general, but the one from Avatar.
Mhm.
Go to the general and save some time. That was random. Sorry. Yeah, no, this film,
Shut up, man.
it's so much different from the first. Jake is so much different. You know, he's the Marine, he's the soldier, he's
much more confident in himself.
yeah. And in this one, he's a very concerned parent who's trying to raise a family to protect themselves. And he's concerned, and you know, where he wouldn't run before, you know, he chooses to flee the forest world and go into this water world, not, you know, in water world, and take his kids with him. There's also the theme of you know, of fatherhood, you know, with that, and then also at the end where he's trying, his whole goal is to protect his kids, but then his kids have to protect him. And you know, that's a pretty cool theme, because in life, your kids save you, you know, a lot of the time, right? You do things for your kids, you know, you fight, you grind every day for your kids. So I think that's a really cool theme. James Cameron obviously loves the ocean, and he shows it in this film. The ocean's beautiful, it's vast. You know, he pushes the need for protecting the creatures within the ocean, and the mystery of those creatures, and just kind of, you know, fluffing that up, because I think that's something he cares about and wants to make the audience care about it as well. He does that pretty well with the outcast that Jake Sully bonds with. He himself is the outcast, and he completes his task doing that, bonding him to the ocean. So that all that's really cool, and the, like you said, the final battle is just, you know, badass. It's really cool, and yeah, I wonder how Fire is going to go. Fire and Ash. It's going to be it's got to be more epic, right?
The great thing about the final battle too is, like, as I was rewatching it, just the flow of it, man. I don't know who, if Cameron edits his own films. I'm sure he's in the editing room, but like, it's really well, like, extremely well done. Like, you don't feel lost in the action at all. You keep track of what's going on. It's really, really well edited. And I know this movie was nominated for several Oscars. I'm really curious if it was nominated for probably best editing, because it's really well done in that final battle. Just something I noticed watching it, how well it flows. But man, these movies are super successful. The first one made almost 3 billion worldwide. This one made almost 2.6 billion. I mean, the first Avatar was the number one film in the world until Endgame came out, and Endgame only beat it by like a little bit. And Avatar was the number one film domestically until The Force Awakens came out. So it's just like highly successful, man. And I think it's still the number 2 film domestically behind Force Awakens, or the original Avatar is.
Glad
The Way
it
of
knocked
Water.
off Titanic.
Huh?
I'm glad it knocked off Titanic.
Yeah. And, hey, man, don't knock Titanic.
But I already know how it ends.
Leo.
But man, I'm looking forward to Fire and Ash. I've enjoyed them. I saw the first, I've maybe even seen it in 3D since I saw the first 2 in 3D. Because Cameron, I know 3D is not as popular as it was, but Cameron still supervises the 3D effects and makes sure that they're worthy of seeing in 3D. He doesn't just throw a filter on it like a lot of these movies do. He actually shoots some stuff in 3D cameras, and he actually supervises it himself. So I think that's pretty cool. You know, so I definitely, when does Fire and Ash come out? Like the 19th, a couple weeks from now?
Oh, it's like Christmas week, basically, or something like that.
So,
right before it.
Mm-hmm. So pretty soon. Definitely I'm going to go try to see it sometime over Christmas break for sure. But man, I really like Way of Water quite a bit. I think it's better. I think it's an improvement on the first Avatar is really good, but I think this is probably better than the first one, even, because I love how it fleshes out the world too. I like the fact that this just takes place in the far future. It doesn't have to explain itself, and it's just a world that Cameron created. And I love science fiction like this, where it's its own world that creates everything. And you just like we were talking about Mass Effect. Mass Effect is a game like that. It takes place thousands of years in the future, so you don't have to worry about stepping in current history, and it creates its own future world. And that's kind of how the world of Pandora is. It just creates its future world. And I think that's the best science fiction playground because you can do whatever the fuck you want really with it, you know?
Yeah.
You're not tied to any current history, you know, just whatever. And I think it's really cool. But I think this is a good film, man. I think it's easily an A, you know?
Yeah, it's an A.
Oh, yeah. I concur.
And we were talking, Cameron is a fantastic filmmaker. Doesn't have a huge film catalog, but he's been so successful in the few films that he's done that we felt it was time to give our top 5 James Cameron films. And I'm going to probably surprise the crap out of Matt, where I'm going to place what I know is his number 1 film without a doubt. And he's going to be a little surprised. And but that's why I'm going to go last on this. We'll let Matt go first. And we'll go around and do our top 5 James Cameron films.
All right. At number 5, like I said, this is just personal, favorites, and that's 5 is Avatar for me. I like the first Avatar. I hold it high on James Cameron's list of films. I was late to watching it, and glad that I saw it when I did.
My number 5 is the first Terminator movie. That was the first Cameron movie I ever seen. I saw it on television being aired, and I thought it was a pretty frightening concept of a unrelenting, unstoppable killing machine that will not give up and kill and trying to hunt you down. So that's my number 5, the first Terminator. And Linda Hamilton's boobies.
Yes,
this was a tough list to make. I'll be honest. I mean, because I'm my honorable mention is the movie we did last week, The Abyss, and I wanted to put it in the top 5, but I just couldn't quite get it there because I cheated a little bit with my number 4, which we'll get to in a minute. But at number 5, I did put Avatar as well. I think it's a spectacular film, and it created this new world of Pandora that we're fixing to revisit again in a couple weeks in theaters, and I think it's a really cool. People can call it Dance of Wolves all in space all they want. That's okay. I think it's a spectacular film, and really good.
Yeah. For me, number 4, this might surprise you. I've got True Lies, number 4. I like it. Like I said, this Cameron doesn't make a bad film, really. You'd have to go back to 82.
I should have put that on my honorable mention as well because it didn't even make my top 5. And I'll explain why in a minute.
I think he always gets the best out of Arnold, and this is one of the best Arnold's ever been. Him and Jamie Lee Curtis, Elijah Dushku, and everything. Just a fun action-packed film.
My number 4 is T2, Terminator 2. I rewatched this many times as a kid, and the action scenes in this film are unforgettable. Just a top-notch science fiction action movie all the way, with dark themes about nuclear apocalypse and the fate of humanity as is. So I like it. Terminator 2, much better than Terminator 1.
The reason I left True Lies off my top 5 is not that I don't enjoy it, but let's be honest, it's the most generic of Cameron's films. In a fair way. It's just a standard action film about terrorists and sort, but it is a fun movie, don't get me wrong. But I just felt like it's pretty standard.
Isn't it like a remake though, too?
I think it's based on some sort of like short film idea or something. I remember right.
There was like a short series.
Yeah, it was based on the French series.
Like a French thing, yeah.
So
this is where I cheated a little bit. And the only reason and this is what I thought Matt would be shocked that one of us would not have Terminator in the top 3. So he wasn't as shocked as I thought he'd be, because I put Terminator and Terminator 2 tied for number 4 because I feel like they go together because I love them both for different reasons. It's a franchise that I think is such a cool fucking idea. And I would have loved to have seen this be Cameron's Avatar. You know what I mean? I would have loved to see him make 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Terminator films.
Yeah.
It could have been as epic as fucking Star Wars. Let's just be honest. It really could have. But we all know he sold the rights in Terminator 3 and got made and Salvation. The rest is history. But Terminator and Terminator 2 are just such classics. And if we're doing an action film list or, science fiction film list, Terminator 2 is probably top 2 or 3, But for Cameron lists, I got Terminator 2 at 4. And sorry, Matt, I hope you didn't just fall over.
No, hey man, it's up there. It made it in the final 4. For me, number 3, I've got the original Terminator, and it's such a different film from the first. Like Long said, Linda Hamilton's boobies. Somehow Kyle Reese in his hobo pants was able to get this hot Linda Hamilton chick to do him, and that's awesome. Yeah, because that's definitely science fiction right there. That would never happen ever. And Arnold,
movies in general, it would never happen.
Yeah. And then Arnold is just so robotic and perfect in the film. And no one else could have done it.
And since we're talking a special effects film today with feature presentation, amazing practical effects.
Yes.
For what they had at the time. And not just what they had at the time, but the budget. I mean, Terminator's budget was extremely low.
Yeah. And Bill Paxton also in this film.
Yeah.
My number 3, it's kind of a cop out, but it's tied with Avatar and Abyss. Those are my third spot. Avatar, of course, being super innovative. I was blown away by the 3D effects of that film and the world building in it as well. Abyss, same thing. The world building and the Ed Harris and the crew and his rig crew and the action, the underwater stuff, and the sense of deep sea danger. Like it's claustrophobic at the same time as well. But yeah, Avatar and Abyss at number 3.
I love the Abyss, man, but I just couldn't find a spot in my top 5 for some reason. Because at number 3, I'm going to give credit where credit's due, and I know, but man, it's Titanic, man. It is a truly great film. The special effect work on it again. The last hour is spectacular filmmaking, even if it is sad. It's really, really well done. I mean, it deserved all the Oscars it got at the time. It deserved being the number 1 movie for, I think it may still hold the record for most weeks at number 1. I mean, just insane. Came out at the right time.
The soundtrack, epic.
Fantastic acting from Leo and Kate Winslet and everyone else involved, from the costume design to the set designs. It's a spectacular movie, man, and it sits amongst his best.
Number 2.
Number 2 is a number 2. It's the second film in the series, and that's Aliens. I can't make this list without Space Marines up there. Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah.
Yep. You already know.
Fine.
Same as yours? Hell yeah, Long. You already know.
No, it's not my number 2.
Oh.
No. No, my number 2 is actually True Lies.
Okay, nice.
I rate it higher because of the humor and the chase scene on the Key West freeway with the Harriers coming down, blowing up that bridge. It's one of the best practical effects. And then, of course, Jamie Lee and Arnold, and even Tom Arnold. I like all 3 of them, honestly.
He was good in that film, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like Tom Arnold going into the film, but I ended up liking him because he did so well.
A lot of people didn't.
Yeah, but yeah, he proved me wrong. For some reason, the neck snapping. Arnold going around snapping people's necks
yeah,
like they're freaking pretzels.
I think the Harrier jet chase on the freeway is one of the best chase scenes involving a flying vehicle until Fallout came out, Mission Impossible Fallout. The helicopter chase scene beats that because it's amazing.
Yeah.
But for years, the Harrier jet was freaking awesome.
Yeah. And then, that's my number 2, True Lies.
My number 2, I have Avatar: The Way of Water. I just really think that it's top-notch camera filmmaking. And especially the last hour is what does it, man. It's incredible. It's awesome, man. I mean, I really think that last hour is great. Yeah. The whole movie's good, but the last hour is really good.
Upon the multiple viewings, has it gotten better for you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's his newest film to put on there, but I just think I think Avatar: Way of Water is really underrated.
A lot of people are really looking forward to Fire and Ash. Mainly because they want to be wowed by the special effects too, which is a pretty good reason to go to the theaters.
Yeah, like I said, early reviews aren't hurting it at all. Apparently it's tracking for a huge opening weekend.
Yeah.
Number 1, you already know.
I wonder.
Terminator 2. Mm-hmm. It's probably a film, the film of Cameron's I watch the most. I watch it multiple times a year. I'll still never forget when I showed it to my son, my oldest, and the first time he watched it, he cried when Arnold had to lower himself into the lava.
Pussy, man. What kind of kid are you raising?
And I was like, why are you crying? And he's like, because now he understands how John feels. And I was like, wow. He was moved by that. I was like, I gotta respect it.
Your son has more empathy than you.
He does. He does. Because I was just like, oh, whoa, cool lava. When I was a kid.
You see, that's the kind of film that teaches him the right feelings, not Charlie Kirk.
Dang.
No, I'm joking. Whatever. His wife is already sleeping around. Don't give a shit.
Don't be messy. Don't be messy long.
My number 1 is actually Aliens. The science fiction setting. The stakes are raised. The action overall. And plus, I think it's definitely Cameron's second most difficult film he ever made. With a film crew that did not want to do anything that he wanted to do, that always argued against him at every turn, and the lack of respect he got because he was Canadian, and they were a British crew. It's just the amount of drama he had to deal with would seem so much worse than it was during The Abyss. The Abyss was a physical challenge for Cameron, but this was like a big mental challenge for him, dealing with all the drama with the unionized film crew in England. So not that I have anything against unions, but some unions are like, whatever, let's just have our tea time while you bitch at us or whatever. But number 1 is Aliens for me.
Yeah, same here, man. It's Aliens. It's my number 1. I think that it's it holds up so well. It amazes me too that it's literally his third film, and it's that good. It took yes, it had the built-in name with the first Alien, but to be honest, the first Alien wasn't a massive success. It did pretty well at the box office, but then Aliens came out. Yeah, and then Alien came out and just was an even bigger success than the original. And it's such great action. It took because at that point, science fiction had been, let's be honest, it had been, Star Wars had the most action we had ever seen, and Empire Strikes Back, and it was more like Star Trek, Space Odyssey type stuff, or makeup effects like Planet of the Apes and stuff. Where Aliens took it and turned science fiction to an action genre, which I thought was really cool, which is something we had not really seen to that point. A little bit in Terminator, but full extent of it in Aliens, and it's such a cool film. And I love Aliens, man. Definitely my number 1.
It's very influential too.
In
science
absolutely.
fiction. one of the most influential.
Yeah, I mean, like you like maybe it's not a great example, but like Battle Los Angeles, that movie doesn't happen without aliens, or Marines or fighting aliens and stuff like that, that are invading us. So yeah, definitely influential. But man, fun list, man, and I'm surprised we did not give Matt a cornea by not putting Terminator 2 all at number 1. I love Terminator 2, don't get me wrong, but this is James Cameron himself, and Terminator 2 is a great film, but Cameron has made better films than Terminator 2.
It's okay. If you guys put Terminator 2 at number 1 and just joined me, I would have had like a massive erection, and I can't handle.
Or if I had left it off the top 5 completely, Matt really would have been like,
I would have cried.
I still think he hasn't forgiven me for last year's movie top 5 where I left Deadpool and Wolverine off my top 5.
Oh, I'll take that. Ryan Reynolds is like, it's like take it or leave it,
Yeah.
But
it shocked you when I did it last year. You're like, what? It's not
I was
your
like,
top 5?
oh wow. I was like, dang. I was like, I was surprised it didn't make it.
I've already been trying to put together my top 5 for this year. Man, it's tough. I have seen less movies this year. I'm trying to figure it out. I know cut and dry what my 1 and 2 are, but then 3, 4, and 5, I'm still working on it.
Yeah, man. I'm the same way. I haven't been to the theater a lot. But yeah, man, there's definitely a clear-cut top 3, but yeah, the other 2, I don't know.
But that is in 2 weeks, folks. Our final episode of the year, we will do our top 5 movies of the year. But next week, we may have some sort of top 5. Don't know what it is yet. But we are going to celebrate 10 years, man. Can you believe it's 10 years since Star Wars returned to theaters? And this was a huge fucking deal, man. When the first trailer came out, the title, everyone was so excited that Star Wars was coming back with Episode 7. And so we are going to discuss Star Wars The Force Awakens next week and celebrate its 10th anniversary. That's wild, man. It's really kind of, every now and then, I know time goes by and we get older, but it really is hard to believe it's been 10 years since The Force Awakens came out. And so it's been a while since we talked a Star Wars film on the show. And so it'd be fun to go back and, we did Revenge of the Sith for its 20th anniversary earlier this year. But, so we're going to talk 10 years of Star Wars The Force Awakens and the return of Star Wars to theaters with next week's episode on the show. But until then, the rebelradiopodcast.com, as always, for all your Rebel Radio needs. You can find us on all those awesome apps that you listen to your podcast on. And but we thank you as always for listening. Until then, this has been Mark.
This has been Matt.
This is Long.
Until next time, remember, as always, just go there.
And do it.
Thank you.